award goes to Star Repertory Theater's All Shook Up.
So my name is Chaperone. I had the opportunity to play Chad in our production of All Shook Up. First, I'd like to thank Rob Hopper for recognizing our cast with the award of Outstanding Ensemble. I wanted to speak on behalf of the entire cast and say that this is one of the most talented and passion-driven productions I've ever been a part of. I believe we won this award not just based upon our performances on stage, but through the effort given towards our harmonies, our dances, and stuff like our character development during our rehearsal process. Our friendships and closeness as a cast showed through our performances. And at least for me, this is one of the most fun performances I've ever had on stage. Just being surrounded by some of my best friends. This award would not have been possible without the hard work and dedication given by our director, Scott Kolod. Our assistant director and choreographer, Kevin Blacksburrows. And our music director, Benjamin Gagne. And then just a final thank you to Star Repertory Theater for the opportunity to perform this awesome show. Thank you.
And next for his performance as Lumiere in Star's Beauty and the Beast, please welcome Jeffrey Uribe.
So first I'd like to thank the NYAs for coming and loving our show, and I loved it. I love being in it. Honestly, this was one of the most fun shows I've ever been in, and a lot of it's the cast, and a lot of it's the production team, so I'm just going to go through a bunch of people. First I'd like to thank Scott and Mayor for letting me goof off. In this show had a lot of potential to be very funny, and I took that upon myself to make it funny. I'd like to thank Andrew Morales, who was my amazing Cogsworth, and Alex Kuznok, who was my amazing Mrs. Potts. Because of them, I was able to joke around, and it was just amazing.
Love you, Jeffrey.
I'd love to thank the rest of the cast because you were a great support system, and it was awesome being with you. Some of my favorite memories were Kai as the Beast punching through the wall. Also, there was a point where my candle hand fell off, and I had to yell, "Oh, I'm turning human!" Immediately after, Cogsworth's little key fell out, and so that was fun. And I'd love to thank my family and Kevin Blacksburrows for choreographing, Benjamin Gagne for musical directing. Thank you, everyone.
And next for his performance as Lumiere in Star's Beauty and the Beast, please welcome Gabe Rasmussen.
Alrighty, I had no idea I was going to be here. So, I would like to thank Rob Hopper and the NYA voting committee. That was amazing. I'd like to thank my family, my girlfriend, Star Repertory Theater, my family since I was 12. Doing Beauty and the Beast was a marvelous experience. I've played about 6 good guys in my 18 years of theater. And it's strange being a good guy. You're so used to being bad. But thank you very much. I'd like to thank Jeffrey Yarsh, who was my co-character, because we were double casted. It was marvelous. I'd like to thank the Kolods. They were so marvelous with directing and helping me with my improvisation. Kevin for the choreography, and of course, Benji for all his music. Thank you very much.
And next for his performance as Gaston in Star's Beauty and the Beast, This award went to Ben Monts.
So, I'm not Ben Monts. But Ben's like my big brother, so he texted me and he wanted me to accept on his behalf. I had the opportunity to play Beast to his Gaston, and for me, just seeing him as one of my best friends performing this, he just did such an incredible job, and the amount of work that he put into it definitely showed in his performances, and ultimately it paid off for the NYA. He texted me and he wanted me to say a little bit of stuff, so he wrote, Ben would like to thank Rob Hopper and the NYA judges for this award. He would like to thank his family, Star Rep for this opportunity, and to his friends Sittichai, Kevin, Brandon, Evan, and Kai for always pushing him to go further and further in his ventures. Thank you so much for this award, and have a great rest of your night.
And next, for his performance as Dennis in Stars All Shook Up, this award went to Chaiyahat, to be accepted again by Eyebrow.
So not Sittichai, Chaiyahat, or Ben Monts. So, fun fact about this show. So about 2 weeks before auditions for All Shook Up, I was talking to Sid because me and Sid, Sid's my best friend, and we up to this point we hadn't really like done a show together where we both kind of were like had scenes and stuff to work with. So I kind of begged him to come out for this show, and he ended up, thank God, coming out. And I know, just speaking on behalf of him and me, we got super, super close during the show, and especially just winning for Best Ensemble and stuff like that, we all came really close as a cast. And I think it was just due to how close of friends we all were. He didn't really send me like a list, like a formatted, like, who do I thank? But he kind of hit me with some people that he wanted to thank. He wanted to thank Scott Mayer, definitely for the opportunity, as well as Star Repertory Theater and the production team, to Kevin for assistant directing, choreographing, doing lights, Benji for his music direction, and to the rest of the cast for just making it an incredible experience. Thank you.
And next for her performance as Morticia in Stars The Addams Family, please welcome Brynn Bachman.
Rob Hopper and NYA for presenting me with this award. Next, I would like to thank the amazing cast. We really became like a family in Addams Family. And I'd like to thank Kevin for his choreography, Benji for his musical direction, and my wonderful director, Katie. This show was very dear to my heart, my favorite show, my favorite role, so it means a lot to receive this award. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family for their amazing love and support, and the Kolods for always supporting me in every endeavor I embark on. So thank you.
And next for her performances as Janet in Classical's The Drowsy Chaperone, and at Star Repertory Theater, Wednesday in the Addams Family, Natalie and All Shook Up, Belle and Beauty and the Beast, and Elle and Legally Blonde. Please welcome Megan Kolod.
First of all, I would like to say that I am extremely honored and humbled to receive this incredible recognition for something that I completely and truly love. Thank you so much, Rob Hopper and National Youth Arts, for this prestigious award. Theater has been a part of my life since I was 4 years old, and I haven't wanted to do anything else, and I still don't. The stage is a safe haven for so many of us. It lifts us up in ways that we never thought possible. This It gives us love and confidence, security and strength, a burning desire to perform, and a chance to be able to portray characters and tell their stories. Over this past few years, I have been able and had the honor and loved to portray these 5 characters. The Bookworm Princess, the Malibu Barbie, the Showgirl, the Dark Princess, and the Small Town Tomboy. Each one of these characters has greatly touched my life, and they will forever remain a part of me. Next, I would like to thank my parents for their unconditional love for me and love for theater. Thank you both so much for what you do for me and what you do for the theater community. I wouldn't be who I am today without your faith in me, so thank you and I love you so much. I also would like to thank Debbie Nicastro and Jennifer McCormick for all their support they've given me throughout these few years. And thank you to my friends and my family who has come to support me in all the shows that I've been in and put up with me singing anywhere and everywhere. But most importantly, being there for me no matter what. But last and not least, to everyone here that loves theater, please never give up on your dreams because someday they can happen. Thank you very much.
And now to the category of Outstanding Theater Production. And for these awards, all members of the production are invited to the stage for the presentation of the award, beginning with Star Repertory Theater's Legally Blonde.
All right. Little confusion there. Mostly this is the cast of All Shook Up that's going to perform for you in a second, which I did direct that also. My name is Scott Kolod, and I directed that and also directed The Legally Blonde, and so maybe that's why there's confusion. I also have a little message for you, too. One of the reasons that I think that Legally Blonde won Outstanding Production is because we did with a background of projections, and so all of the set pieces were all on wheels, sliding around. There were no blackouts. As you guys know, blackouts will kill a production and the rhythm so quickly that you want to look for something else. I have been for many years trying to bring more technology into theater, and I'm going to give you a charge to do that too, but it's hard. It's really hard because there's so many fundamentalists out there who say, look, real theater can be done in a black box with just one person enacting, and I understand that. And there's a place for that, and that's what Broadway's been, and a lot of these other things have been for a very, very, very long time. So for you guys to take the next step might be difficult to combine this technology. But we use these projections, and here's the cool news. The first thing is you can use short throw projectors, which happily they're the cheapest ones, because you have to have them up here so they don't get in the way. Secondly, they have a place out there that rents them, BMD, that rents projections for your shows. You could all get those. They're okay. We did Grease that way, but they're very cartoony. So what we ended up doing for Legally Blonde is we made our own projections. And we did our backgrounds with our own projections, and it worked really well. But here's the thing that I want to tell you. So we did our own projections with our laptop. So what that means for all of you is you can do your shows with anything that you can get on a laptop. I'm old, I don't know all this technology, but you guys will. And so in the future, think about what you can do with a laptop and project on the back, and you can do theater so much more cheaply and so much more effective. So I really want you to try and start thinking about technology. Now, for the thank yous, here's Kevin right here. I'm glad he's right here. This show was really Kevin Blacksborough's show. He was, let's have a round. He was the assistant director. He was the choreographer. He played Emmett in one of the casts, and he was the lighting designer. I'd also like to thank Benjamin Gagne, who's been doing all of our musical direction for a long time. I know a lot of you Granite Hills people out there did Legally Blonde, so you know how hard those harmonies are. It was wonderful. He did a fabulous job. I'd like to thank my Elle Woods, which is my daughter, Megan, who just accepted her award. And she's not blonde. That other blonde was so pretty and perfect looking. So it was harder for her. It was easier for her to do Wednesday, because she is Wednesday in real life. Harder for her to do Elle, and then also Belle. So thank you, Megan. Megan is a senior like many of you, You all are starting all over again, right? You're going back to college, you're the low man on the totem pole, auditioning for professional things. Don't get discouraged. Remember how it was when you were a freshman and you were lucky to get in the ensemble. You're starting over again. You got to work just as hard. Then finally, I have to thank my partner, my wife, Meredith Kolod, the producer of this show. She is so phenomenal. For any of you people out here who are do the admin for the shows, oh my goodness, I respect all of you. The phone calls you take all the time, the computer things you do all the time, and you don't get any credit. Nobody sees you, but that is the hardest work ever. Just securing the rights, getting the venue, getting the light, on and on and on. So to all your producers and to my wife, I love you. And so now I guess you guys get to present to do the cup, all right? Okay.
And now, the cast of stars all shook up will perform Burning Love.
Lord Almighty, I feel my temperature rising. Higher and higher, it's burning through to my soul. Girl, 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 you're gonna set me on fire.